Fire safety management is crucial for all organizations. This video aims to provide you with information needed to make informed decisions in the case of a fire emergency. There are two types of fires. 1. Controlled or friendly fires refer to fires that people use to make food or to keep warm. 2. Uncontrolled fires refers to fires that you don't have control over and that can cause destruction, like in the case of a house fire, a factory fire, or a field fire. Fire has three components which it is fully dependent on to sustain itself. That is fuel, heat, and oxygen. Through these sustainability components, it is where one can determine the 5 different classes of fire. Each of these classes needs the correct fire extinguisher or extinguishing medium in order to effectively put out the fire. However, the usage of the wrong type of fire extinguisher may be ineffective, thus causing some form of a reactive effect to that specific extinguishing medium. Fire can be categorized into 5 classes, and these include Class A, ordinary combustible fires, which involves wood, paper, cloth, rubber, trash, and plastics. Class B fire involves flammable liquids and gases like solvents, oil, gasoline, paints, liqueurs, and other oil-based products. Class C fire involves energized electrical equipment like wiring, control panels, motors, machinery, and household or commercial appliances. Class D fire involves combustible metals like magnesium, lithium, and titanium. Class F or K fires involves vegetable and animal cooking media like oils and grease found in commercial kitchens. A fire hose reel can only be used for Class A fires, and both DCP and CO2 fire extinguishers can extinguish Class A, B, and C fires. However, the CO2 extinguisher may present limitations when used in an open wind environment. How does a fire extinguisher work? We use the PUS method for the use of an extinguisher. P stands for pull the pin and test the extinguisher. A stands for aim at the base of the fire. S stands for squeeze the handle, and the last S stands for sweep your nozzle from side to side. In the event of a fire in a building, it is important to alert everyone in the building that a fire emergency has broken out. These alerts can be performed by means of the following. 1. The usage of a fire alarm, which can be activated by activating a fire call point. 2. Voice alerts shouting, "Fire in the building, please evacuate," which will alert those around you about an emergency, and they will further signal everyone to evacuate the building. 3. Making use of warning whistles or loud hailers if available. The fire can also be detected by the strategically installed sensors in a building, which will then activate the alarm if your building has an alarm panel. Further installation of flickering beacons are present to accommodate persons with induced hearing or those who may have earphones on and may likely not hear the sounders. Note: when a fire alarm has been sounded or any form of an alert is activated, stop your work, shut down equipment, and leave the building through the nearest exit. Do not use elevators. Follow the green and white running man signage or escape directional signages, which are displayed all over emergency escape routes at all the university buildings. Always aid assistance to persons who are not familiar with the building, for example, visitors and persons who may be physically challenged out of the building. Upon exit, report to your nearest designated assembly area and wait for further instructions from emergency response team members. All occupants are advised to familiarize themselves with the building layout and take note of the emergency exits thereof. All of the university buildings will have an emergency evacuation plan displayed to assist you to navigate your way out of a building in the event of a fire emergency. Note: all emergency routes and exits must be kept clear of any obstacles at all times. Do not attempt to retrieve your personal belongings if they are not within your vicinity when the alarm is activated or sounding, as you may expose yourself to danger. Cover your mouth and nose with a damp cloth when possible. Keep low to the floor and crawl to the nearest exit. In the case of being trapped by a fire, navigate yourself to a room with little to no combustible material like a bathroom and make loud noise so that nearby help can hear you. Be determined to survive when you encounter a fire inside a building. If your clothes catch on fire, remember to stop, drop, and roll. This will put out the fire. Once you are out of the building, never return. The procedure for evacuating a building will be exercised once a year and includes a fire safety talk or briefing session with UP staff and students or building occupants who have gathered outside at the allocated emergency assembly point. You can find all emergency procedures and fire safety procedures and bulletins on the UP portal. Sign in on the UP staff portal, click on Documents and Forms and select the drop-down tab for OHS documents and forms to access the OHS emergency and fire safety related procedures and bulletins.